Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to, I don't know why I said that so weirdly. Welcome to today's Hatha class. 45 minutes of juicy flowing to help release tension in the body and also strengthen the deeper connective tissues that help us become stronger and in return, certainly more open. So my name's Charlotte. If you haven't practiced with me already, it's great to have you guys. I work with bunq as part of that Muslim wellness program. If you want to practice with music today, there's a link in the description which will take you to Spotify. You should be able to play it on your laptop, hopefully, if you're watching that way on a big screen. Otherwise, you can share the link to your phone and listen to it on your Samsung or iPhone. I nearly just said Samsung because I've got one and I just assume that everyone has one. So I am going to ask you to go and get something for me, which we will need in today's class. Now, this is a yoga strap, and I'm not expecting you to have one of these, but something that really replicates this very well is a dressing gown rope. I hope you have a dressing gown. If you don't have a dressing gown rope, then just anything that you can think of that we can use as a strap. Doesn't need to be as long as this, and we're just going to use it a little bit later to lengthen through the hamstrings. If you don't have one, don't worry, I'm going to give you variations, so don't panic. I'll give you a second to go and grab that and sort out the music. And obviously music is optional. You might not want to listen to music, that's cool. You might want to listen to your own. That's also cool. Okay. So, if you press play on the playlist, make sure it's not on shuffle. And you can press play on that now. And then once you've got your strap or dressing gown rope, if you've taken a dressing gown rope, by the way, remember to put it back because it might not be your dressing gown. And that would be very upsetting, wouldn't it, to go and put it on and realise the rope's disappeared. Okay, cool. So we are going to start seated. A position that we don't often sit in, cross-legged. Your knees may be very high. If they are, that's okay. But you could always just take a little bit of height underneath the sit bones, like a cushion or a couple of books. And this may not feel comfortable, but it's really important that we put the body into different positions rather than just sat at a desk all day or standing up. We have a beautiful, very wide range of movement in all of our joints, and it's important that we exercise and move them in that way. It keeps us younger for longer. So once you've found your comfortable seated position, or as comfortable as you can, if this really is unbearable, you can take the feet out in front, hands onto the knees. I want you to close down your eyes. Take your hands to rest on your knees. And see if you can grow a little bit taller through the crown of your head as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Through the nose rather than the mouth. Just keep breathing. And with each exhale, just release a little bit more tension from the body. Notice if there's anywhere or anything that you're holding on to that you can relax a little bit more with each breath. As we arrive into this space and become more and more present with each inhale and exhale. The belly starts to relax. The shoulders start to become heavy as they drop back, allowing the chest to open. Inhale and exhale. Relax your jaw. Eyes softly closed, not squinted shut. Grow even a little bit taller through the spine, through the crown of your head. Just keep breathing, nice and gently. Keeping the body as it is, just focus on that inhale, drawing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Inhale and exhale. Notice if the shoulders are drawn back up towards the ears. Let them drop back down. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start to draw the chin down towards the chest. Keep the eyes closed down. Feel that lovely stretch up the cervical spine into the back of the neck. And slowly blink open the eyes as you start to lift the head and slightly take the gaze up this time. Exhale down towards the chest. Keep the shoulders dropping back and down. Inhale to look up. Exhale to look down. Inhale, lift the head to neutral. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Keep those shoulders down and heavy. Couple more times each side. As you come to the left, try not to let the right shoulder lift. Draw it down. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. Back to center. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Take your right hand to rest on top of the ear. As you reach the other arm far away, turn the thumbs to face down, or thumb rather, palm faces behind you. Close down the eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. Slowly release the hands, chin back to chest. When you're ready, inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Slowly rest the hand on the ear. Now you're using the hand to act as a weight. We're not pulling. Reach the other arm away. Thumb points down, palm behind. 2 more breaths here. Gently release the hand, draw the chin back towards the chest. Inhale, look up one more time. This time take the arms nice and wide. And then exhale, give yourself a hug, hands to shoulders, chin to chest. One more time, open really wide. And exhale, hug. Inhale, reach the arms in front of you and then straight up towards the ceiling. Good, we're going to use our core. I'm going to take this off, so you can see a little bit better. It's just, you know me, I say this every time, how cold my studio is. Okay, so using our core, we're going to twist the torso to the right. You're not going to come that far, guys, okay? Just use your core as much as you can. And then exhale, reach the right fingertips behind you, left in front. My back hand doesn't come all the way to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left, reach back. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Use your core as you move through this a few more times. By that, I want you to just draw your belly button back towards your spine and allow the twist to feel supported from a strong core. One more time each side, moving with your breath. This time when you come to center, interlace the hands, push them nice and high. See if you can draw the arms back in line with the ears, and then slowly take the chin down to the chest. Release the hands down beside you, walk the right fingertips away, soft bend in the arm, maybe the forearm comes down to the mat. Just keep your left sit bone grounded, and then when you're ready, you can reach the left fingertips up to 12 o'clock. We take 5 breaths here in total, so you do have the option to come a little bit deeper, stretching over towards the right. Just keep pushing into that right palm to keep that left sit bone grounding. 3 more. Gently come back to center, reach both the arms up and then to the left side. So really push that left hand in, keep the right sit bone grounded. Start by reaching up to 12 o'clock, gaze up. Good, and then if you want to come deeper for the last 3 breaths, you can reach over towards the left. Just keep peeling that right shoulder back, keeping that chest open, really feeling the length up the right side of the body. 2 more breaths. And gently back to center. Good. We're going to take the hands behind us now. Fingertips face the sit bones. Spread the fingertips nice and wide and really puff through the chest. So rather than slumping, we're puffing. Good. Slight gaze up. And then you can release the crossing of the legs. Take the soles of the feet towards the floor. Have the feet about hip distance apart. Push into your palms, lift your sit bones 1 inch off the mat and send them closer towards your heels. Place them back down. Notice if the knees are spiraling out, slightly point them in towards one another. And then straighten through the arms as you puff the chest back up. Good, that gives you a really nice strong opening in the chest. A really good counteract for any work we've been doing on the laptop today. Nice deep breaths. Okay, 2 more here. Lift your sit bones 1 inch off the mat and just take them back about 1 palm's distance and place them back down. Now I want you to imagine you've just super glued your feet to the floor and you're going to use your core to reach the arms forwards. Good, sit up nice and tall. Take the arms wide, use your core, and then take them up. Arms touch. Forwards, wide, up. 2 more times. Keep those feet super glued to the floor. Last time. Keep lifting through the heart. Hug the knees round through the back, chin to chest. Take the fingertips back behind you. Spread them wide. We're going to find a reverse tabletop. So push firmly into your feet. And then as you keep pushing into your feet, start to lift your sit bones all the way up so they're in line with the hips. Again, notice if knees are spiraling out, slightly point them in towards one another. Keep puffing through the chest, nice and strong and straight through the arms. Good, we're going to stay here for a further 5, 4, keep squeezing sit bones, send them a little higher. 2, and slowly, slowly, slowly bring the hips back down. Once they arrive, reach the arms forwards. Now we're going to move through this core exercise again, a little bit more of a challenge this time. See if you can bring your heels a little bit closer towards your sit bones. Super glue the feet. Reach the arms forwards. Good. We're going to work with the breath this time. Inhale here. Exhale, stay. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach higher. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, stay. 3 more rounds. Open. Up. Forwards. Open. up. Use your core. Forwards, hands to knees, round for the back. Good, give yourself a little hug, little rock from side to side. Hands back behind us. Good, so start by pushing into the feet, start to fire up the muscles in the legs, and then we'll slowly start to lift the sit bones, coming into reverse tabletop. 10 seconds this time. Good, push firmly into the feet, send your knees towards the end of the mat, hips higher, chest higher, push more into the arms. 5, 4, keep breathing, smiling. 2, and we're going to come down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach forwards. One more round of this. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, stay. Inhale, wide. Exhale, stay. Inhale, up. Exhale, stay. Good. 2 more rounds. I've really made it difficult for myself this time, where I've not left a lot of space between my heels and my sit bones. Keep working through the core. 1 more round. Reach forwards 1 more time, and round. Give yourself a hug, chin to chest, little rock from side to side. Reverse tabletop. Take the hands behind you. When you're ready, start to push into the feet. Start to lift your hips. This time, option. This is an option. Extend your right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch the sides or staying where you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and take it down. This time bending the elbows, sending your sit bones as close to the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Puff up through the chest here. Really work into the wrists. Couple of deep breaths here, really opening into the chest. Lift your sit bones, take them back towards your hands, extend the legs long, flex through the feet, hands to the thighs. Good, give the legs a good shake out. Interlace the hands, push them in front of you, and then inhale, take them up towards the ceiling. Try and bring the biceps in line with the ears if you can. Use your core to sit up tall here. We stay here for another 3 breaths. Keep flexing the feet. Maybe so much so that the heels lift off the floor. 2 more. Gently release the hands. Take the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left. Good. I'll come out at an angle so you can see. I know I'm in black on a black mat. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. So use your hands to square over the left leg. And then slowly start to walk the hands forwards, leading with your heart. Think about taking your heart towards your left toes. So keep that spine nice and straight. Don't be tempted to round. I know you'll come further, but that's not the idea today. Draw the belly button back. Keep drawing the heart forwards. See if you can take your palms down to the floor and use your hands to draw the mat back towards you. If your hands aren't quite there, just be on your fingertips. This is where your dressing gown rope may come in handy, just to take around the foot, if that's what you want to do. We are going to stay here for about 7 more breaths. So if you want to take that prop, you can. If you have got the strap, just make sure you've got a nice 90-degree bend in your arms. 5 more breaths here. Good, guys. Last few. Then slowly walk the hands back. We're going to take our right hand behind us. Push into your right hand. Start to lift your hips as you bring the sole of your left foot down. Lift your hips high, puff up through the heart. Reach the left fingertips towards the top of the mat. Good. Keep pushing your hips high. Try to open your chest towards the ceiling. We're going to hold here for around 4 more breaths. And slowly start to take the hips back down, coming back with the right foot to the inside of the left, framing that left leg. Fingertips behind you this time. Bend the left leg and cross the right thigh, the right shin, over your left thigh. So you're in this cross-legged position. Sat back. Okay. Walk the left heel closer towards your sit bones. Maybe push your sit bones closer towards the left heel. Puffing up through the chest. You should be feeling a nice opening in the right hip. Flex the right foot. Couple more breaths here. Good. If you want to intensify it slightly, you can push the inner thigh away with your right hand. You may not have the flexibility to do that. That's okay. Just keep sending that right knee away from you, and that will just intensify the stretch a little bit more. You're probably thinking, I don't need to intensify this, thank you, Charlotte. But that's how you do it if you want to. Okay, so now for the fun part. I know the wrists are getting warm, and I know they're working, but we're going to come into a reverse tabletop again. So maybe just take that left foot a little bit further away from you, and then lift your hips. We hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, extend the right leg long, lift the hips higher, slowly take it back down, keep that right leg extended, sole of left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. You're going to take that sequence on the other side. So take your fingertips to frame your right leg. Good, square your chest over that right leg. Leading with your heart, drawing your belly in. See if you can creep the fingertips a little bit further forwards here. Good. Nice deep breaths. Option to use the strap or dressing gown rope or whatever you've got around. It is an option. Otherwise, maybe you can get your palms flat to the floor so you can feel like you're pulling the floor back towards you. Just keep sending your heart towards your toes. We're about halfway. Nice deep breaths. Good, guys. 3 more. And then slowly start to walk the hands back. You're going to bring your left hand behind you. Spread the fingertips wide. As you start to lift your hips, come to the shin of your left leg, the sole of your right foot, and reach the right fingertips all the way behind you. You're really pushing your hips towards the ceiling, puffing through the chest, peeling your right shoulder back and down. So the whole front of your body is exposed to the ceiling. Good. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly, with control, come down. Frame the hands back over that right leg and then take them behind the hips, fingertips face forward. Bend the right knee, stack left shin over the thigh and come into, we call this sort of a reverse pigeon pose. So you're opening into that left hip. Good. Okay, maybe you can take your hips, sit bones a little bit closer towards the right heel. When you're there, really push into the hands, puff through the chest, push your left knee away from the body. 4 more breaths here. Good, last one. Now, just walk that right foot slightly away from you. This is our last reverse tabletop for the class. When you're ready, push into that right foot. Lift the hips high. 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend left leg long. Lift the hips a little higher. Slowly take it down. Bring the sole of right foot to the inside of the left. Bring your right hand behind you. We're going to move a bit more dynamically for this. We call this wild thing. So when you're ready, inhale, lift your hips, take the right shin, left foot down, reach the fingertips back. Slowly come down, hover the hips, inhale, rise. 4 more times. Slowly down, don't quite touch the sit bone, and then lift, come back up. 3 more times. Send your hips a little higher, reach the fingertips further back. Really find that slight back bend, that opening in the front body. Last one. Really lift, reach back, hold, and slowly down. Extend right leg long, sole of left foot to inner right thigh. We take the left fingertips behind us, straight along the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down, hover. For 4, 3, 2, so you're not rushing this movement, reach a little bit further back. Slowly down with control, last one. Really puff, open, reach, and slowly down. Extend both your legs long, good, ankles together, interlace the hands, push the palms forwards and up. Flex the feet, lift the heels 1 inch off the mat. 5 breaths here. Use your core, slightly tuck the lower rib cage in. 3 more. Last 2. And slowly release the hands down. Cross the legs, bring the hands down in front of you. You'll take a child's pose. Big toes to touch, knees nice and wide, send the hips back. Reach the fingertips as far to the top of the mat as you can. Relax the forehead down. Nice deep breaths. We don't want to bring the heart rate down too much, so come to your fingertips. Lift your forearms, lift your head 1 inch off the mat. Really just open into the side body. Fire up the biceps, the upper arms. Good, then take the palms down. Slowly start to bring the chest forwards. Keep it low towards the mat and come all the way to lie on your belly. Good, you're going to cactus your arms. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You've got a 90-degree bend in your arms. Keep your gaze down, nose points down. We're going to inhale, squeeze into the butt cheeks. Try and peel the heart, rib cage off the mat. Slowly down for 1. Inhale. 2. Come up for 3. 4. Highest side. 5. Hold at the top. Reach the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Draw the fingers back. Maybe lift the feet and the knees. 5. 4. 3. 2, and slowly come down. Make a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead. Relax it. Couple of breaths. Let the heels fall out wide, gentle rock of the hips from side to side. Good, okay. Lift the head, but keep the nose pointing down. Bring the arms back into that cactus position, slightly lifting the chest off the mat. We're going to go for 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze into your glutes. This is building strength from the spine. Last one. Take the arms all the way back, interlace the fingers, lift the feet, the knees, draw knuckles, feet towards the back of the room. We're going to hold for 10, 9. Don't focus on the counting, focus on your breath. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Keep squeezing the butt cheeks. 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax it down. Make a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead. Let the heels fall out wide. This time, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. I want you to glue, or pretend you've just glued your elbows to your rib cage, so keep them nice and close to the body. Now hover your hands 1 inch off the mat. We're going to go for 5. Inhale, peel the chest up, slowly down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Lift the toes, lift the knees. 10, 9, 8. Keep sending the elbows back, keep them close to the rib cage. 5, 4, squeezing into the glutes. 2, and slowly come down. Make a pillow with your hands. Let the heels fall out wide. Gently rock the hips. Hands back underneath the shoulders. Push yourself all the way back to child's pose. Just for a few breaths, just to lengthen out the spine. That should feel really nice. Good, then we're going to come up to a downward facing dog. We're not doing a great deal of downward dog today. We've already done a lot on the wrists, but we will just take 5 breaths here. So spread your fingertips nice and wide. Push your chest back to your thighs. Bend your knees, lift your hips high. Really push the chest as far back as you can. Feel the strength in the upper arms. 3 more breaths. Good, now bring your feet together in downward dog. Come to your tiptoes. Send your right leg nice and high. Bend the knee open through the hip. Now slowly draw that right knee behind the right tricep. Lift it as high as you can. And then slowly send it back, 3-legged dog. This time draw the knee all the way in towards the nose. Pause there. Slowly send it back, 3-legged dog. This time bring the knee across the body to the left elbow. Twist. Hold it there. And send it back. Good. 1 more time to the back of the right tricep. Then bring the knee all the way down to the back of the right wrist. Try and get your right shin as parallel with the top of the mat as you can. And then slowly walk that left leg back. Now your right shin will not come completely parallel with the top of your mat. I wouldn't expect it to. I wouldn't even want you to force it there. It's just the direction so you can understand where we've let the leg fall, but it will be out at quite an angle. Okay, so be on your fingertips, lift through the heart. Take your hands a little wider than your mat. Deep inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, start to bend your elbows, keep them pointing towards the ceiling. See if you can bring your nose down to tap. And then inhale, come all the way up like you would in up dog. Exhale, come down again. Elbows point towards the ceiling. Slowly rise up, arms lengthen. Good, 3 more. You're going to be feeling it in that right hip. That's great, that's what we want. We're also working through the spine here. Last 2. Last 1. This time bring your hands towards the top of the mat. See if you can come down to your forearms. Good, relax your head, let it be heavy. We're going to take 7 deep breaths in. 4 more, maybe you can walk the arms further forwards, mount the chest, forehead down. 3 more breaths. Slowly walk the hands back towards your right shin. Come onto the fingertips. Open through the heart, lift up nice and high. Find that length in the front body. Then place your palms down. We're going to tuck the back toe and lift the knee. Good, and just rock back and forth, just very slightly. It's a very small movement here, working into the wrists. And then puff through the upper back. Lift your hips and step back into plank pose. Slowly come down all the way onto your belly. Inhale, lift the palms 1 inch off the mat. Lift your chest, lift your feet, lift your knees. Hover here. Keep that nose pointing down. 9, 8, 7. Nice deep breaths. Breaths are slower than the counts. 4, 3, 2, and slowly push yourself back to child's pose. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog, 5 breaths, last downward dog. So focus more on having a straight spine than straight legs here in downward dog. The heels will eventually come to the earth after practice and time, but what's more important is your spine is nice and straight and long. The hips are lifting. 2 more breaths here. All right, let's bring feet together now. Come to tiptoes, send that left leg high. We're going to bend the knee open through the hip just once. And then square off through the hips, send the leg all the way back. Come forwards into plank as you draw the knee to the back of the left tricep. Use your core and then slowly back. Good, now this time, draw the thigh in towards the chest, knee to nose, hover, and slowly send it back. This time across the body, twist, hold, and slowly back. Now all the way back to the left tricep. Take the knee down to the back of the wrist. Try and bring your shin towards the top of the mat. And then slowly take your right knee down. Walk the leg back as far as you can. Come onto fingertips. Inhale, lift through the head, lift through the chest, find length in the front body. Take the hands a little wider than the mat. And exhale, slowly bend the elbows, keep them pointing up, tap the nose down. 1. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, 2. Inhale, rise. Exhale, 3. 2 more. Last one. This time when you come down, see if you can come to your forearms, hands about shoulder distance apart. Allow the head to drop and become completely heavy. We have about 7 breaths here. Close down your eyes. Really imagine sending your inhale to the area that you're opening in the hip. Maybe for your last few breaths, we're about halfway and you can reach the arms further forwards. Maybe bring the forehead down. If that's not available though, don't worry. It's a very strong hip opener, pigeon pose. Okay, so just very slowly think about coming out. Very slowly lift the chest, start to walk the hands back towards you. You're going to tuck the back toe and lift the knee and just very gently rock backwards and forwards a couple of times. Take the palms flat. With as much control as possible, start to lift your core and step back to plank. Come all the way down onto your belly, one final time, this time for a really nice stretch. You're going to take your arms wide into a T shape. Okay. Now listen carefully, because this can sometimes get a little bit confusing to get into, but I'm sure you'll be fine if you listen. We're going to bend our right arm and bring the right hand next to the face. The right elbow points up towards the ceiling. Now bend the right leg and roll onto your left side as you bring the right toes behind you. Good. Try and keep the head to the side of the left face resting on the mat. And you should get this really nice opening in the chest. Close down the eyes. Relax in. A couple more breaths. Just know that no muscle engagement is required in this stretch. Try and relax. And if your foot hasn't come all the way behind you again, don't worry, that comes in time. If it's hovering in the air, that's also fine. 2 more breaths. Slowly roll back onto your belly. Extend both the arms back out into that T shape. Turn your head to the left. Bring that left hand close into the face as the elbow bends and points up towards the ceiling. Roll onto your right side as you bend that left leg and try and take the left toes behind the body. 7 gentle breaths here. Take your last few breaths here. And slowly come back to lie on your belly. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself back to child's pose. So rather than finishing in Shavasana tonight, we're going to end in child's pose, but you have the option to take Shavasana if you wish, where you lie on your back. Otherwise, coming into child's pose, we'll just take a few minutes here, allowing the breath to return back to its natural rhythm. Allowing the spine to lengthen. This is such a beautiful pose for finding that full length in the spine. Close down the eyes if they're not already. Imagine each exhale relaxing you deeper and deeper into this pose. Notice if you're active in the shoulders or the hips. Try and relax a little bit more. Maybe find a slight bend in the elbows. Get used to not working and letting the body be where it wants to be naturally and freely. Allow each exhale to make the body feel heavier, more free of tension. As you drop deeper and deeper into this child's pose, allowing the spine to lengthen and lengthen as you relax, relax, relax. Just another minute here. Feeling into sensations, but trying not to attach to them or label them as good or bad. Just bring your focus back to your breath. Notice if the mind is wandering, if it's busy, just bring that focus back to your breath. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and turn your palms to face up. Start to deepen your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Feel any sensations in the palms. And slowly take them back down. Keeping the eyes closed down, slowly start to walk your hands back towards your knees. Bring your knees together and gently take your hands to rest on your thighs, palms face up again. Take a deep inhale, draw shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, slowly roll them back and down. Chin parallel to the floor, grow tall through the spine. Come back to feeling any sensations in the palms. Any tingles, heat. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill the belly, the chest with air and hold it at the top. Open your mouth, sigh it out. 2 more like this, in through the nose, really fill the body with air. Pause and open mouth. Last one, this time with the palms facing down, all the way to the top. Open mouth, exhale. Close down the mouth, allow the breath to return back to its natural, gentle rhythm. Let the belly be soft, shoulders relaxed. On your next inhale, slowly bring the arms up beside you, palms touch overhead. Exhale, slowly bring them down in front of the face, the throat, the heart. Gently bow, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed the class. A little bit different. It's quite amazing how we didn't actually stand up really at all tonight. So yeah, but we worked a lot. We opened into the shoulders, worked into the wrists, core, the whole body. So yeah, enjoy your dinner. If you're watching this live, this will be available for another week. If you want to practice it a few more times, it could be a really great idea to do that. If you've got any questions or hang around, feel free to ask anything you want in the chat box. I'd love to engage with you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for Hatha again. If you're around tomorrow for meditation at 11, beg your pardon, sorry, no, it's 12:30, not 11. That's my other class. Sorry. The guided meditation is half an hour. It's a really, really nice way to switch off and take that pause halfway through the day for a very productive and focused afternoon. Okay, so I'm crawling towards the screen. I'm gonna check out now, guys. Thanks again, and I look forward to practicing again with you soon.